What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller. And welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from March 1st, 2019. So yes, we entered to a new month for 2019. So, yeah, there you go. And it starts off with Impact Wrestling. Cool. They're in Las Vegas, Nevada, as always. And you have Don Callis and Josh Matthews on commentary. So, how did the show do? Let's get right to it. We have William Mack versus Dave Crist. You have Dave Crist at ringside. Match itself, it was solid. I just wasn't feeling the match itself, folks. I mean, they were doing some good moves in the match, but I just wasn't feeling the match. I wasn't feeling the show either while as we got into the show too as well. So William Mack was trying to go for something from the top rope, but then Dave Crist ends up attacking William Mack, causes a DQ. So we get a 2-on-1 beatdown. All of a sudden we get Tommy Dreamer walking out. He comes out and comes to the aid of William Mack, takes care of OVE, gets on a microphone and says, we should have a tag team match. They should have Taylor Long coming out there and says, we're going to have a tag team match, playa. Holla, holla, holla. But yeah, so let's do a tag team match. So the tag team match happened, and I wasn't feeling this match either. The match wasn't bad. This match itself, I thought was solid too. But I just wasn't feeling on the match. I wasn't feeling the show coming in. I don't know why I wasn't feeling the show. I wasn't feeling any tired or anything. I just wasn't feeling the match. And again, when the show began, I wasn't feeling the show. I mean, usually I'll get hyped when it pertains to watching Impact Wrestling, but some reason I wasn't into it that much. But the match, with Tommy Dreamer took someone's food from the crowd and used it on as a weapon. Okay. Sorry, folks. So the match, like I said, it was solid. It wasn't a bad match. I just wasn't into it. But in the end, William Mack is picking up the win after going for a nice 6-star frog splash. Yeah, it's what Don Callis said on commentary. Onto I think it was to Jay Crist. Yeah, to Jay Crist. And it was a nice frog splash too by William Mack. And I guess a 3 count to win. I guess you could say it was way better than Kevin Owens. I mean, Kevin Owens too does a pretty good frog splash, but I think William Mack just beat who's a better frog splash when it pertains to who's two guys with with big physique where it pertains to of the weight. All right. So next we get to KM and Fallout Trash versus the returning Reno Scum, which is Adam Dorsford and Luther the Legend. Luther the Legend, I meant to say. And I think that's I got the last name wrong too, by the way. Dorstorm. I don't know. But it's been a while since Reno Scum has been on Impact Wrestling, I guess you could say, for the last 2 years. But yeah, Reno Scum are back. So what you do what pertains to Reno Scum coming back to on TV to Impact Wrestling, had them wrestle with KM and Fallout Trash, and on top of that, it was trash, the match, not because of Reno Scum, because of KM and Fallout Trash with that with that stupid ass tuck and roll bullshit. And then later on, KM and Fallout Trash wins. Are you fucking kidding me? And then after the match, Reno Scum attacks both of them. And I see myself, wait a minute, so you're gonna turn these guys heel? Of KM and Fallout Trash this expense? Holy shit, man, this was terrible. After the match, Fallout Trash and KM was kind of promo. KM was always doing good with his intensity. Fallout Trash he was like bah bah bah, and I was thinking myself in my head, trash trash trash. I didn't care about the promo. I mean, KM, why should I take KM seriously? He's a fucking joke. Glenn Gilberti, he shows up and he runs into D'Lo Brown. Well, first he runs into the All Ego Ethan Page. about he's got a job position by Don Callis that he's a kiss ass. I'm not kidding you, folks. He literally said his position in working for Impact Wrestling is that he's a kiss ass. So then he runs to D'Lo Brown, who's back. He's back as an Impact Wrestling producer, and D'Lo Brown tells Glenn Gilberti to going to the office, the Impact manager's office right there. So going right ahead in. So he goes in. He wants to help out the X Division or certain what pertains to kiss the kiss ass whatever. And these managements are basically making fun of Glenn Gilberti. I thought it was funny though. They're making fun of him and everything. And then that's time go get us coffee and everything and all that. And then he was like, probably Glenn Gilberti is the Disco Inferno from WCW. And he said this is bull crap and everything. And he's like, he's gonna go talk to get Don Callis. And we have yet to see that with him talking to Don Callis, because Don Callis, we all know where he's at. He's out there at ringside, commentary with Josh Matthews, and he never went out there to see him. Whatever. But it was weird though. But it was like whatever. Next we get to Eli Drake. He confronts Eddie Edwards about that he didn't need Kenny the Killing Stick to beat him in the match because he was testing him, whatever. And he wants to propose that they should team up as they go up against the tag team champions, the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. And Eddie Edwards is like, he basically reminds him that he doesn't need you. He only needs Kenny and everything and blah blah blah. And he basically declines the offer. So that's going to develop more. So, and next we get to Scarlett Bordeaux. She's somewhere, I think she's in her dressing room, I'm assuming. She's basically next to a mirror, and a wall mirror, basically. And she says she's going to debut next week. Hopefully they don't lie to us this time. And then she ends the segment by kissing a mirror, which is basically simulating that she's kissing herself, which I thought was hot. The Smoke Show knows how to, knows how to get you there. Yeah. Anyways, now we get to Tessa Blanchard versus Delilah Doom. Match itself, I thought it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. And Delilah Doom, you could tell that she was a little nervous. She wasn't really working crisp and not working what's the word? It wasn't polished enough. That's the word, polished. Which is you're on TV. For those who watch this Pursuit channel, basically, you got thousands of people watching you. So it could get nervous for Delilah Doom because she's not used to working TVs. She's used to working internet. Basically working on matches on the internet. Because some indie promotions doesn't have TV networks. So. But I thought she did good here. She held her own. She went up against Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard was showing how good she can be, and no question about that. I just want to point out one thing: Delilah Doom does a better 619 than Johnny Impact ever did. Just saying. So in the end, Tessa Blanchard ends up winning the match with the Buzzsaw DDT. I wasn't expecting Tessa Blanchard to lose. Because she wants to another rematch for the Impact Knockouts Championship. She sent a message to Taya Valkyrie, sent a message to Impact Management. Now, will it happen? I don't know. I still got the feeling that Gail Kim is gonna make a return, and then it's gonna be lead to Tessa Blanchard versus Gail Kim at Rebellion, but we'll see. Only time will tell. We got Wentz from the Rascals versus All Ego, Ethan Page. Match itself. It was alright. I wasn't into the match really. But I do have to point out one thing. There was a NFL entourage out there that Ethan Page was having a problem with. I don't remember who it was. I really don't know. I don't know who he is personally. But but you have a Hall of Famer there. You have I think there was a woman there who represents for that NFL. And then you got this one NFL player that Ethan Page got on his face and pushes him and everything, and I think he may have pushed him back, Ethan Page, and he's trying to go out there. Now that's how you act, by the way. That's how you really act when it pertains to to a fan and a wrestler try to go at each other. I like what they did at Homecoming with the these worst actors and survivors. That right there was good. So I enjoy I at least enjoy that. And would that lead to a program somehow? I think it would, because to me I took this type of vibe that pertains to an NFL player and a wrestler. It gave me that vibe of Bam Bam Bigelow and Lawrence Taylor from 1995. So let's see that is that if it does develop. But yeah, I don't know who the football player was. I can't I gotta look back to find out what's his name. So I'll get to that next week. I do the Impact Wrestling review. So yeah, there you go. Oh, by the way, Ethan Page lost by the match, by the way, at that distraction. So I'll try to remember how he won though. Yeah, wins. Oh yeah, with a springboard cutter, and that's how he got the win. So we got Tommy Dreamer, who tells Glenn Gilberti to go to the Anthem Owl. Yeah, there was literally an owl. I can't believe that they did this. I can't believe this was a segment, but a door that led to an Anthem Owl, like an actual owl. They didn't show an owl in there, but it was all for comedy relief, whatever. Something goofy, whatever. So so Glenn went in there and he got out, and the Tommy Dreamer put him back in there. And apparently, Glenn Gilberti got attacked by this Anthem Owl that we don't know exists because they didn't show it. But it didn't make noise, so whatever. Whatever. We get another video package to where it pertains to showcasing Ace Austin, who's going to make his debut in Impact Wrestling next week, and also what pertains to next week, Scarpa will make her in-ring debut next week on Impact Wrestling. About time, thank God. Hopefully, they don't lie this time. Sami Callihan tells us again. He tells us all about the his story, where it pertains of him and Rich Swann, and next week he wants Rich Swann to come back home to OVE. Come back home to the family, and we'll see if he does. We'll find out next week. There's basically a lot of things that's gonna happen next week, folks. They're pushing a lot narratives for next week. That's gonna be a big deal. Making next week's show to be a big deal. Hopefully, it will be. Unlike this week, man, because this week, it was. I mean, it wasn't a bad show. I just wasn't feeling the show. I mean, I did feel. I did get into the show a little bit more, but other than that, nothing else to it to say from there. So. We got LAX. They were talking. Basically, Conan was upset about LAX did what they did to Lucha Brothers, about the disrespect that they did. What pertains to getting the mask off. Because LAX felt like they were being disrespected because the LAX didn't Lucha Brothers, I'm going to say, didn't shake their hands. So basically, it was the right to retaliate them for disrespecting them. So Conan said he's furious and he's gonna make he's gonna talk to Lucha Brothers again, another shot and all that, and hopefully they'll and also to calm things down too. That incident will not happen again. So we'll see it. We'll see how that turns out. So now before I get to the main event match, folks, let me just do something here. Okay, before I get to the main event match, Rosemary was being confronted by Kiera Hogan and Jordan Grace, and Kiera Hogan was talking to Rosemary that Kiera Hogan and Jordan Grace wants to be in Rosemary's team to face James Mitchell's team. What pertains to James Mitchell's team, I'm assuming it's gonna be Dark Alley, obviously, Su Yung, obviously, and one of the bridesmaids. The maid that Su Yung got. Where it pertains to a 3-on-3 situation. Where it pertains to the Dark War that's gonna happen next week too. Yeah, so like I said, folks, a lot of things that's gonna happen. That's talking about from this show. It's gonna talk about. It's basically talking about how great show is gonna be next week. You got everything that's been up for that's been built up on this show. That's gonna be culminate for next week's show. Next week's show is gonna be a big deal. This week's show was not a big deal at all. But we'll see how the build up of that follows up with it. So yeah. So Rosemary is telling Kiera Hogan and Jordan Grace that this is not your fight and everything. Blah blah blah. And Kiera Hogan says that it is her fight because because she once went into the undead realm. She came out of the undead realm because of because Allie was saved her and everything, whatever. And then Rosemary what also happened with the whole thing with Rosemary, and she said. So it does concern her and everything because Dark Alley, who once was called Alley, was her best friend and everything, and she's gonna, she says, either you want our help or not, we're doing this. So Rosemary's like, fine, and it was on. So yeah, and basically, folks, this had nothing to do with the show right now, but after basically the next day, basically, which is actually today, as I'm doing this recording, I saw on Instagram what Kiera Hogan did. Well, first I started seeing it on Twitter at first, and I'm going to show you right now, folks. So here we go. And basically, where it pertains to Kiera Hogan cutting that promo to Rosemary that she wants to get involved and everything, and based on what I saw today, this is what she should. This is the promo that she should have cut, and and the way she could have carried herself too. By the way, so here we go. Dun 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 dun. She is a real American. Fight for the rights of every woman. She is a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your might. She is American. So that's right, folks. This is what Kiera Hogan did. It's all about the immortal Kiera Hogan, because she is the woman, the myth, the legend. So basically, she's the female Hulk Hogan, except she's African American. So listen, basically, we're pertains to Kiera Hogan, like I said before, where she was going to promo to Rosemary from backstage, where it pertains to she wants to be part of it, this whole Dark War, where she wants to be part of Rosemary's team along with Jordan Grace. This is if she wanted to cut a promo about being part of it and everything, because she came from the undead realm and everything, after everything that she got buried and everything, right? So. This is what she should have said, it pertains to, being part of it. She should have cut a promo like this. Well, let me tell you something, sister. When you go to the undead realm and return with your soul, you become the immortal Kiera Hogan, sis. So now I want to do the same for Allie, because it's then, now, forever, always about Allie in Impact Wrestling. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the girl on fire, who is the immortal Kiera Hogan, the leader of Kiera Mania, to lead all the Kiera Maniacs, as we run wild on you, sister? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what Kiera Hogan did, by the way, folks. But for real, oh man, it was funny. That Kiera Hogan did this. By the way, and a fan, actually a fan, sent this, this Photoshop of her head on the Hulk Hogan's body. So, and this is what Kiera Hogan wrote actually on Instagram. She said, when you go to the undead realm and return with your soul, you become the immortal Kiera Hogan. And then she put hashtag what you gonna do, sis. She put hashtag girl on fire. She put hashtag the immortal Kiera Hogan. Or she could have done more hashtags. For example, Kiera Mania, Kiera Maniacs. Something like that. Either way. But yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be running with this now. That was funny though. But yeah, there you go. That's basically it's all set up. Here's another thing too, folks. Then they mentioned who's going to be on the team for James Mitchell, where it pertains to Team Rosemary for this Dark War they're going to be doing next week. We already know who's going to be part of Team Rosemary though. Rosemary, Kiera Hogan, and Jordan Grace. Other than that, pertains to James Mitchell, his team. Again, I'm assuming it's gonna be a Dark Alley and Su Young and one of the Undead Bridesmaid. So we have to wait and see. So, but I'm looking forward to next week too. By the way, more than this show. Now we get to the main event: Moose and Killer Kroos versus Johnny Impact and Brian Cage. Before we got to the match though, earlier on the night, Brian Cage was being interviewed by Melissa Santos. His wife. Yeah. Funny they're ignoring that too, by the way. But Brian Cage talks about they had to take care of Killer Kroos and Moose so that Giant Impact could give him his title shot. So there you go. And also later on, earlier I meant to say, yeah, I think I meant to say earlier in that night when Brian Cage being interviewed by Melissa Santos, and then yeah, I think I said later on that night. My mistake if I did, but then also you got Killer Kroos and Moose earlier on the night too, where they're being interviewed by Mr. Santos, and Killer Kroos was being entertaining. He's like, say it. I don't know. It was funny the way he said it. And then I look at Moose, and I'm like, what the fuck is he wearing? He's got a hoodie with feathers around it and all that, and a robe with no sleeves. Well, at first I didn't know it was a robe until he got out there. But basically they cut a promo about they don't trust each other, whatever, blah blah blah. So before we get to the match, also Moose comes out with a robe, and it was a robe, and it has dollar signs and it has something else on it, it's a feather, like what the fuck is he wearing? Like what the fuck am I supposed to get behind that? And how does this go with Killer Kroos and Moose being a team? This is crapping Killer Kroos' style. Holy fuck, man. I can't stand Moose's outfits. So the match began. The match itself, it was alright. Nothing bad about it. I just thought it was alright. It got a little better though, And all of a sudden, Giant Impact go for his move, right? And for some reason, his neck starts hurting. He wasn't the same now. So Brian Cage ends up being tagged in, and then Brian Cage was getting worked on. Brian Cage ends up being busted open, and you got Johnny Impact being checked on by a couple of referees, and then a couple of ENTs coming in. I think they were ENTs or agents, whatever. I don't know. They were I don't know. And then later on, Tyler Valkyrie comes in. And I said to myself, okay, now this is getting ridiculous. Like, he ain't really hurt. Because if it was really hurt, they would have called off the match at that point. Like what happened with Paige from that, what happened with her from the house show back in 2017. Was it 2017? Yeah, 2017. And also, this reminds me of what happened with Bobby Roode versus James Storm, where James Storm was acting like he couldn't continue, he was hurt and everything, and then and Bobby Roode was talking to the referee that is he okay, Bobby has a match suit going on, and he's like yeah it is, and then rolls him up, and by the way the way that was done too, I hated it on the way it was done too, by the way, because it was so stupid and so corny, it was so contrived, and this is exactly how I felt too. Giant Impact, is hurt and everything. The match should have been called if that was the case. Like for example, with Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. Daniel Bryan, he wanted to continue the match, and the doctor's checking on him, and Triple H called an elbow, backstage, by the way, in gorilla position. And he's like, no, stop the match. He can't. I'm not gonna let him continue. And the match started, and that was back in 2013. What happened with Daniel Bryan? Because he felt a stinger and all that. He was hurt, so. That's why, that's why when something like that happens, you have to call the match, end the match. Now in this one, Giant Impact, he couldn't continue, the way he was acting, and I'm trying to figure out how did he get hurt. I'm trying to figure out how did the neck start bothering him. This was so fucking stupid. And yeah, and then Tyler Valkyrie coming out there, and then Brian Cage was trying to find, is saying what's going on, with Johnny and all that, right? And Tyler Valkyrie is yelling at Brian Cage that he's hurt and everything, and Brian Cage is like, oh my god, it was bad. It was so fucking bad. So in the end, Killer Kroos puts the Kroos jacket onto Brian Cage and gets the win. Brian Cage passed out. Now he didn't tap out. And then now the match ends because it was trash. This was fucking trash. And because Giant Impact and Brian Cage didn't take care of Killer Kroos and Moose, the title shot with with Brian Cage on game for Giant Impact, done. It's over. Deal's off. This was so fucking stupid. And the show ends because of that. Great. Right? Great show, right? To end. No, not really. Tomar Wrestling, for Impact Wrestling, 4 matches. Let me just double check. No, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. Wow. Especially on the beginning of the match, you know, which is why I made more matches on here. So yeah, it was 6 matches. So my overall rating for the show, 6 out of 10. 6 matches on the show, 6 out of 10. Now I would have given this, this would have been a better rating if this show was actually good. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a solid show. So 6 out of 10. So that being said, thank you all for watching. And I cannot wait for next week's show, folks. Next week's show is going to be way better than this week's show. So that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets.